Hello there, and welcome to my channel. There are places in the universe where silence is more ancient than sound. Places where time itself seems to rest, slow, and breathe between the faint shimmer of distant stars. Out there, across a sea of black so vast that even imagination trembles before it, lies a spiral of light. Our nearest great galactic neighbor. They call it the Andromeda Galaxy. It drifts beyond the reach of our sun, 2.5 million light years away. A whirling island of stars so immense that if you could cross it from one side to the other, light itself, the fastest traveler we know, would take over 200,000 years to finish the journey. And yet, from the surface of our small blue planet, it appears as nothing more than a faint, misty smudge in the night sky. Most who look upon it do not realize that they are gazing upon a future that waits quietly, unhurried, written across the pages of cosmic time. The Andromeda Galaxy is moving toward us, slowly, gracefully, with the patience of the universe itself. In roughly 4 billion years, it will collide with our own Milky Way, not with the violence of a crash, but with the slow dance of two great oceans meeting, their tides merging into one. Stars will not collide. Space, even in its crowded forms, is mostly empty. Instead, their gravity will pull and twist each other's arms into long ribbons of light, blending two families of suns into one vast new home, a single, massive elliptical galaxy glowing quietly in the darkness. But tonight, we are not here for collision or chaos. We are here for stillness, to drift weightless through the arms of Andromeda, where time moves at the pace of thought, and every star burns with a story of its own. Imagine yourself floating in the quiet of intergalactic space. There is no up, no down, only endless night sprinkled with diamond dust. Far ahead, the Andromeda Galaxy unfurls like a silver flower. Its spiraling arms curl gracefully outward, glowing faintly in shades of blue and violet, their light softened by clouds of cosmic dust. Billions of suns, each with their own planets, their own moons, perhaps even their own versions of life, all drifting together in a cosmic harmony that has lasted for billions of years. The light you see from Andromeda tonight began its journey before humanity had even dreamed of standing upright. Before civilization, before the whisper of language, before fire and stone, it has travelled across time itself, unbroken, unbent, carrying the memory of ancient stars long since gone cold. Every photon that reaches your eye tonight is a message from the past. A message that says we were here, we burned, we shone. Within Andromeda's spiral arms lie countless wonders. There are nebulae, vast clouds of gas and dust, the cradles of new stars, glowing softly as hydrogen ignites in the wombs of cosmic creation. There are star clusters, dense gatherings of suns born from the same cloud, bound together by gravity, drifting as families across the galactic sea. And in its core, hidden beneath the glare of 100 billion stars, sleeps a black hole, silent, powerful, ancient. A region where gravity is so strong that not even light can escape, where the known laws of nature bow and fold into mystery. But even there, in the heart of darkness, there is balance. For every dying star, another is born. For every collapse, there is creation. The galaxy breathes, slowly, endlessly, through cycles of birth and death, decay and renewal. It has done so for over 10 billion years, long before our world ever knew a sunrise. If you could drift closer, you would see rivers of starlight stretching through its arms, regions called spiral lanes, where dust thickens and stars are born in clusters like pearls on invisible strings. Some shine blue, young and hot, burning their lives in brief, glorious brilliance. Others glow red and ancient, embers of stars that have lived for billions of years, fading gently into twilight. And among them, drifting through the thin airless dark, are planets, silent worlds circling their suns, unseen but countless. Some may be covered in oceans that shimmer beneath alien skies. Others may be frozen wastelands of ice and crystal, their mountains carved by winds that have never known sound. And somewhere, perhaps, there may be another place like ours, a world of warmth, of thought, of dreams gazing upward into their own unknown night, wondering if they are alone. There is something deeply humbling about such distance. When you look at Andromeda, you are looking not just at another galaxy, but at the scale of everything that is. It is a mirror held up to the human spirit, reminding us that we are small, but not insignificant. For though we are tiny compared to the cosmos, we are made of the same dust. Every atom in your body, the carbon in your bones, the iron in your blood, the calcium in your teeth, was once forged in the heart of a star. And when those stars died, they gave themselves back to the universe, scattering their elements across space. You are, quite literally, the dust of stars that once burned in galaxies like Andromeda. There is peace in knowing this, a stillness that comes from realizing that nothing is ever truly lost. Energy changes form, matter transforms, but the essence continues, endlessly reshaped, endlessly renewed. In that sense, we are not apart from the universe. We are the universe learning to see itself. As you listen now, let your thoughts slow down to the rhythm of the cosmos. Imagine drifting softly along one of Andromeda's arms, surrounded by the faint whisper of starlight. There is no sound here, no motion that can be felt, only the quiet glow of creation stretching into infinity. Far below, a cluster of stars forms a glittering bridge across the dark, a place where light gathers like dust on invisible air. These are the regions where gravity works its quiet magic, pulling clouds of hydrogen together until they ignite and give birth to new suns. If you listen closely, not with your ears, but with your imagination, you can almost hear the hum of the universe breathing. In the vastness of Andromeda, time behaves differently. 1,000,000 years is no more than a heartbeat. 1,000,000,000 years, the blink of an eye. And yet, within that scale, every tiny spark of life, every thought, every whisper of awareness matters. Because consciousness, rare, fragile, fleeting, is what gives meaning to the cold infinity around us. Somewhere in another arm of this great galaxy, there may be a planet orbiting a quiet star. On that world, perhaps, the light from our own Milky Way shines faintly in their night sky, a ghostly smear of brightness, distant and mysterious. And maybe, on that world, someone looks up and wonders the same thing you do. Are we alone? Are we part of something vast and endless? Something that connects every point of light in the sky? The answer, whispered in the glow of galaxies like Andromeda, is both simple and profound. We are never alone. Every atom of your being is part of a cosmic web that stretches through all of space and time. We are connected, not by sight, not by sound, but by existence itself. Now, as your eyes grow heavy and your thoughts begin to drift, imagine that you are leaving the boundaries of your body behind. You rise through the thin blue veil of Earth's atmosphere, past the clouds, past the moon, past the silent orbits of the outer planets. You drift beyond the edge of our solar system, through the soft glow of interstellar dust, into the ocean of stars that make up the Milky Way. And beyond that, far beyond, you see the Andromeda Galaxy waiting, calm, ancient, and patient. You are no longer bound by time or gravity or fear. You are light itself, eternal, wandering free. Drift closer through the silent corridors of its spiral arms. Watch as stars ignite like fireflies in slow motion. Feel the warmth of ancient energy brushing against the edge of your awareness. It is not a sound you can hear, but a vibration you can sense. The soft hum of creation that has been playing since the dawn of everything. You are home now, not in a place, but in a realization that the same forces that spin galaxies, that birth stars, that breathe life into planets, are alive within you. You are made of the same story that Andromeda tells with its light. So rest now. Let your mind fall quiet. The universe does not rush, and neither must you. You are part of something timeless, endless, and infinitely kind. Somewhere in that spiral of light, another sun rises and another world begins again. And in this moment, between one breath and the next, you too begin again, calm, weightless, and at peace beneath the endless sky. Far beyond the edges of our understanding, light continues its endless voyage. Across the black rivers of space, it travels without hurry, carrying memories of creation in every photon. When that light leaves a star, it begins a journey that may last for millions of years. Through dust clouds, through the magnetic folds of space, past invisible tides of gravity, until one day, perhaps, it finds an eye to meet it. And in that instant, the long voyage ends and a new one begins inside the human mind, where imagination awakens and wonders what it is truly seeing. That is how we know Andromeda. Not by touch, not by presence, but by light. Light that began its journey long before our kind existed, before our world had cooled enough for oceans to form, before even the stars of our own galaxy had arranged themselves into their current dance. Every faint shimmer of Andromeda you see tonight is a fragment of history, a whisper of something that once was and still is, stretched across time like a thread of gold. It is humbling, this distance between seeing and being seen. For though we look upon Andromeda as it was millions of years ago, we are also being watched in reverse. Our Milky Way glows faintly in Andromeda's skies and its own distant observers. If they exist, see us not as we are, but as we once were. To them, our world is still young. Dinosaurs still walk the earth. The first forests still breathe the air of creation. For the universe, time is not a straight line, but a sea of reflections, each one echoing into eternity. As you drift deeper into this thought, imagine gliding closer to Andromeda. Its arms, once faint and small, now fill the horizon. The stars here are countless, more than all the grains of sand on every beach of Earth combined. Yet there is no noise, no chaos, only stillness, infinite and calm. The light of each star blends softly into the next, painting a canvas of serenity so vast that thought itself seems to fade into silence. The galaxy moves, though you would never know it by sight. Every star within it follows a path shaped by gravity, a slow, graceful orbit around the galactic core. Some take hundreds of millions of years to complete a single revolution. In the scale of the cosmos, patience is not a virtue, it is the nature of existence itself. Deep within the central region of Andromeda lies an invisible presence, a black hole, massive beyond comprehension, holding the galaxy together through the unseen pull of gravity. It is not a destroyer, as many imagine. It is a keeper. It gathers, binds, and balances. It is the quiet heart that allows the galaxy to exist. Around this heart, stars whirl in streams of light, forming patterns that stretch across thousands of light years. Gas clouds swirl and collide, giving birth to new stars in a cycle that has continued since long before our sun was born. Here, creation is not a moment. It is a rhythm, a breath that never ends. And if you listen closely, somewhere deep in the stillness, you might feel that rhythm echoing inside you. The beating of your heart, the flow of your breath, the quiet pulse behind every thought. All of it follows a pattern older than life itself. For the same forces that shape galaxies also flow through you. Gravity, energy, light, these are not foreign to your being. They are your inheritance. Now imagine passing through one of Andromeda's spiral arms. The stars here are young, they're light blue and fierce. They are newborn giants, massive, luminous, burning bright and fast. Around them, dust clouds shimmer with reflected light, glowing softly in purples and golds. In these regions, the galaxy feels alive, a nursery of creation where new worlds are born from chaos and dust. If you could look closer, you might see a planet forming, a world of molten rock, swirling beneath a storm of gas and fire. Time here moves slowly. Mountains rise and crumble. Oceans form, vanish, and return again. And in some distant future, life may begin to stir, reaching toward the stars as we once did. It is strange to think that somewhere, deep in those arms, a civilization might already be looking back at us. They may have telescopes far beyond our design, eyes that see across light, years as easily as we see across a room. Perhaps they too wonder who else shares the vastness of the night. Perhaps they too dream of connection. Yet, in all that vastness, there is no sense of loneliness, only balance. Each galaxy is like a note in a cosmic symphony, vibrating in harmony with others. Together, they form the grand design of the universe, a structure so immense that no map can ever truly contain it. Every cluster, every filament, every dark space between, all of it part of the same timeless composition. There are moments, even for the stars, when everything pauses, when a cloud of gas cools and silence takes hold before the next burst of light begins. You can almost feel that pause now, drifting here among the spiral arms, surrounded by the faint glow of 1 billion suns. It is a silence unlike any other, not emptiness, but peace. The peace that comes from being part of something greater, something eternal. Let yourself drift in that stillness for a while. Let your breathing slow. There is nothing to reach for here, nothing to do. Just the endless unfolding of light, and the quiet truth that you are part of it. The universe is not a place you visit. It is the home you have always belonged to, far below. In the spaces between the stars, small pockets of interstellar dust glow faintly. These are the remnants of dead suns, the ashes of once bright giants. They drift through the galaxy like seeds in the wind, carrying within them the elements of new worlds yet to come. Even in their end, they give birth to beginnings. In every fragment, there is purpose. In every silence, there is song. The Andromeda Galaxy is ancient, 10 billion years old or more. It has seen the birth and death of countless stars. It has endured the long, slow pull of gravity, the shaping hand of time. And through it all, it has remained beautiful. Not perfect, not symmetrical, but alive in its imperfection, like a great cosmic painting forever in motion. Somewhere, deep within its expanse, a small blue world may be rising under the light of a young sun. Its seas shimmer with the reflection of unfamiliar constellations. Its winds carry the scent of minerals and rain. And perhaps, in that place, something has just opened its eyes for the first time. Staring upward, wondering at the faint glow of a distant smudge in its sky, our Milky Way. It does not yet know what it is seeing. But one day, perhaps, it will. That is the way of the cosmos. Everything looks outward, seeking connection, drawn by curiosity, by wonder, by the quiet pull of existence itself. And through that seeking, the universe becomes aware of itself. Through every gaze, every dream, every whisper of awe, the cosmos learns what it means to be alive. Now, as you float deeper into the light of Andromeda, the boundaries between yourself and the stars begin to fade. You are no longer a visitor. You are the light, the dust, the motion. You are the galaxy, spinning, breathing, eternal. Let that realization settle softly into your thoughts. Let it dissolve the noise of the world behind you. Here, there are no days or nights, no beginnings or endings. There is only now the eternal present of the cosmos, infinite and calm. And in this infinite calm, you are safe. You are whole. You are home. There comes a point, somewhere between thought and dream, where the mind begins to dissolve into the rhythm of the universe. You are floating there now, beyond memory, beyond time, surrounded by the quiet shimmer of 1 trillion distant suns. This is the heart of the Andromeda Galaxy, a sea of light so vast that even eternity seems to move with hesitation. The closer you drift, the more you begin to see the delicate structure of its design. The spiral arms that once looked like gentle threads from afar now rise around you like mountain ranges of fire. Rivers of light curving gracefully into infinity. Each one is alive with motion. Clusters of stars weaving through the darkness, nebulae glowing faintly in hues of rose, amber, and silver blue. Every shimmer is a story, every flicker of light a heartbeat. Here, in this celestial ocean, there are places so bright they could outshine entire galaxies. Clusters where hundreds of thousands of suns are bound together by gravity's invisible hand. They move as one, turning slowly in their cosmic waltz, the way tides follow the moon. And yet, to the universe, their dance is silent. Light replaces sound, motion replaces voice, stillness replaces time. Imagine drifting through one of these clusters. The stars around you burn close and fierce, their light bathing you in warmth you can almost feel. You pass between glowing giants whose surfaces boil with storms larger than planets. Everywhere you look, the darkness glitters, not empty, but full. Full of energy, full of presence, full of the quiet hum that underlies all existence. And beyond the brightness, where light begins to fade, there are shadows, cold regions where old stars go to rest. These are the remnants of ancient lives. White dwarfs and neutron stars, their energy spent, their beauty reduced to a single, faint glow. Yet even in their silence, they serve a purpose. They are the storytellers of the galaxy, holding the memory of creation within their cores. Occasionally, one star reaches the end of its strength and collapses, its final breath igniting in an explosion that outshines everything around it. For a brief moment, it burns brighter than the rest of the galaxy combined, a supernova, the grand finale of a star's life. And in that fiery end, it gives birth to new matter, new elements, new beginnings. The iron in your blood, the oxygen you breathe, the calcium in your bones, all were born from such endings. Every life, every planet, every thought you've ever had owes its existence to stars that once died so others might begin. In the quiet depths of Andromeda, this cycle never stops. Stars are born, burn, fade, and return to dust, the galaxy breathing in and out endlessly, and through it all, the great spiral turns, steady and calm, a rhythm older than any world that will ever orbit within it. Now, imagine drifting away from the bright clusters into one of Andromeda's darker regions. Here, there are great clouds of dust and gas, veils of matter so thick they block the starlight behind them. They look like shadows against the galactic glow, mysterious, silent, waiting. But inside these dark clouds, something extraordinary is happening. Gravity, patient and persistent, is gathering the dust together. Tiny particles collide, cling, and form larger shapes. Slowly, over millions of years, the cloud begins to collapse inward. Its center grows dense and hot, until one day fusion ignites, and a new star is born. In that instant, the darkness blooms with light. A new sun has joined the galaxy's endless song. Around this newborn star, a disk of gas and dust begins to form. Small fragments clump together, colliding gently at first, then harder, until they become rocks, mountains, worlds. Some of these planets will find stable orbits, some will be flung into the void. But a few will endure, and on one of them, perhaps one day, life will awaken. Life, as we know it, is the galaxy's most beautiful secret. It begins quietly, invisibly, from elements born in ancient stars. It takes shape in the smallest places, in oceans, in clouds, in tiny moments of chance. And when it opens its eyes for the first time, it does what all of creation has always done. It looks up. That first gaze toward the sky, it is the same across the universe. Whether on Earth or in some distant system orbiting a star in Andromeda, that simple act of looking outward is the beginning of awareness. It is the universe recognizing itself through new eyes. Now drift upward again through the cloud of starlight. You pass through layers of dust, through streams of glowing gas that shimmer in violet and blue. You are weightless, ageless, free. Below you, the arms of Andromeda sweep outward like wings of light. Above you, the void stretches into eternity. And somewhere, faint but growing brighter, you can see the pale glow of another galaxy, our own. The Milky Way, across the cosmic gulf. It shines like a reflection in water. Its spiral arms glisten softly, almost identical to Andromeda's. Both galaxies are drawn toward each other, pulled by gravity's quiet persuasion. They have been drifting closer for billions of years. And one day, far beyond our lifetime, they will meet. But this will not be a collision of destruction. It will be a union. When Andromeda and the Milky Way finally merge, their stars will weave together like threads in a single tapestry. Their shapes will change, their light will blend, and from the chaos will rise a new form. A single, vast galaxy shining brighter than either ever did alone. Astronomers have already given it a name, Milkomeda, a marriage of two galaxies that once stared across the void, now becoming one. And somewhere, perhaps, a civilization that once lived in Andromeda will look up into its night sky and see new constellations. Patterns of stars born from the meeting of worlds. They may not know what happened or how, but they will feel it. A shift, a deepening, an expansion. And just as you do now, they will sense that all things in the universe move toward connection. That is the way of everything, from atoms to galaxies. Separation is only temporary. In time, all that was apart comes together. All that was distant becomes one. And as you float in the silence between these two galaxies, you feel that truth like a heartbeat. There is no loneliness here, only the gentle pull of unity, of gravity, of belonging, of home. You drift on. The stars move slowly past, their light soft and golden. The darkness between them feels deep and safe. It is not an emptiness, but a rest, the quiet between breaths. In that stillness, your thoughts fade, your body softens, and your awareness becomes one with the endless calm of the cosmos. You are no longer watching the universe. You are the universe, breathing, shining, dreaming. And in that realization, peace finds you. Somewhere in the quiet corridors of eternity, two galaxies drift toward one another. They have been traveling for billions of years. Vast islands of light moving through an ocean so deep that even time forgets its own name. And yet, they are not strangers. Their destinies were written in the same cosmic breath, carved into space by the same silent force that set everything in motion. Andromeda and the Milky Way, two great spirals of light, slowly approaching, pulled together not by choice, but by the natural law of belonging. In 4 billion years, their paths will meet. To us, that sounds like forever. But to the universe, it is only a sigh. If you could watch that meeting unfold, it would not be an explosion of fire, but a dance. The stars of each galaxy would pass through one another, their vast distances ensuring that almost no collisions occur. Instead, they would intertwine like ribbons of light, their shapes stretching and bending, their gravity weaving a new form. Something greater, something whole. And in that silent ballet, a truth would echo across the cosmos: nothing truly ends. Every motion, every pull, every slow spiral inward. It is not destruction, but transformation. The old forms fade, yes, but only to give way to new beauty. This is the secret rhythm that has guided the universe since its birth. Creation, collapse, renewal, the eternal breath of existence. Now imagine that this same pattern flows through you. Your life, your thoughts, your dreams, they rise, they fall, they renew. Just as galaxies merge and stars are reborn, so too do moments in your life fold and unfold, endlessly transforming into what comes next. You are not separate from this rhythm. You are part of it, shaped by it, carried by it. Think of every joy, every sorrow, every beginning and every farewell you've ever known. Each one was its own collision, two moments meeting, merging, changing one another forever. And when you look back, you realize that what felt like an ending was often only a transformation in disguise. The Andromeda Galaxy reminds us of this truth. Even in the depths of stillness, the universe is never truly still. It moves quietly, patiently, with intention. Everything that drifts apart will one day come together again. Every light that fades will one day return. Now let your mind drift into that vision. Two galaxies meeting in slow motion, stars curving through space like silver threads, forming new constellations that have never existed before. The night is not empty, it is filled with possibility. You can almost feel the pull, that gentle gravity drawing all things toward unity. And if you listen closely, there is a sound. Not one you can hear, but one you can feel. It is the hum of existence, a low vibration that passes through everything, from the smallest atom to the grandest galaxy. It is the heartbeat of creation, steady and eternal. That same rhythm beats within you. Every pulse, every breath, every thought echoes that universal harmony. When you inhale, you draw in the remnants of ancient stars. When you exhale, you give back to the cosmos what was always its own. The exchange never stops. It is a conversation between you and the infinite, a dialogue without words, where silence carries more meaning than sound ever could. Drift deeper now, past the images of swirling stars and glowing clouds. Let yourself sink into the stillness beneath them, that vast, quiet field of black that holds everything in its gentle embrace. This darkness is not absence. It is the canvas upon which all light is painted. It is the womb of creation, the resting place of everything that has ever been and ever will be. Here there is no rush, no fear. Only the steady unfolding of what was always meant to be. Far below, in one of Andromeda's ancient arms, an old star reaches the end of its life. Its light flickers, dims, and finally fades. But even as it dies, it releases clouds of glowing gas, the material from which new stars will one day be born. In death, it gives birth to life. In silence, it leaves behind a legacy of light. And as you float in this thought, you realize something beautiful, that you too are part of that same legacy. The atoms in your body, the ones that allow you to breathe, to dream, to exist, were forged in stars just like that one. You are the continuation of their story, the living memory of cosmic fire. When you look up at Andromeda, you are not gazing outward. You are looking inward, into the vastness that lives within you. For what is the universe, if not the infinite reflected in the finite? What are galaxies, if not the dreams of atoms made visible? And somewhere, beyond even this thought, lies a feeling, deep, ancient, and kind. The feeling that you are not just observing creation, but participating in it. Every act of kindness, every moment of wonder, every quiet breath in the dark. They ripple outward, adding to the universe's great unfolding story. Perhaps that is what the stars have always tried to tell us. That meaning is not something to find in distant galaxies or hidden worlds. Meaning is what emerges when we allow ourselves to feel connected to one another, to the earth beneath our feet, to the light that fills the night sky. Andromeda does not rush. It turns slowly, endlessly, in its own rhythm. There is no hurry to become. There is only being. Let that lesson settle softly into your mind. You do not have to chase peace. You do not have to reach for stillness. They are already here, within you, waiting to be noticed. Like starlight arriving after 1 million years of travel, only to fall gently upon your eyes. Now breathe in deeply. Feel the weight of the air, the pulse in your chest, the quiet around you. You are alive here now, and that is enough. You are a universe contained in a single heartbeat, a galaxy of thought, of memory, of love. And in your stillness, the cosmos finds rest. The Andromeda Galaxy continues to turn, its spiral arms drifting through the black sea of eternity. Its stars will live and die, merge and renew. Its light will travel for ages, touching worlds that will never know its name. But tonight, its light has reached you, and in doing so, it has completed a journey that began before humanity ever existed. You are part of that completion, the witness, the receiver, the dreamer who turns light into meaning. So let go now of worry, of time, of all the things that ask you to be anything other than what you already are. You are not small. You are infinite, a part of the same dance that carries galaxies across eternity. And as the Andromeda Galaxy drifts quietly in your mind's eye, glowing softly against the velvet dark, remember you are made of its light, and it is made of yours. Rest in that truth. Float in it. Let it carry you towards sleep, where dreams and galaxies intertwine, where consciousness becomes the night sky itself, vast, eternal, and at peace. There comes a moment, somewhere between waking and sleep, when thought begins to dissolve, when the edges of reality soften, and the mind opens like the night sky itself. That is where we begin again. Imagine yourself drifting slowly through the dark ocean between stars. There is no sound, only a low vibration that feels like the heartbeat of space. It pulses beneath you, around you, within you. Steady, patient, ancient. It asks for nothing. It demands nothing. It simply reminds you that you belong. Far ahead, the faint glow of the Andromeda Galaxy spreads like mist upon the horizon of eternity. It doesn't rise or fall. It simply exists, serene, infinite, unhurried. Every one of its trillion stars burns quietly, carrying the memory of creation itself. Each one has its own story, its own orbit, its own reason for being. And together they form something beautiful, not because they strive to be perfect, but because they simply are. The same is true for you. You are not meant to be flawless, nor constant. You are meant to exist, to shine in your own way, in your own time, to flicker and fade and return again in different forms. Just like the stars. Drift closer now. The light of Andromeda begins to fill the space around you. It's not bright, not the kind that dazzles the eyes, but soft, gentle, like moonlight spread across water. You feel it on your skin, though it has travelled for millions of years to reach you. Every particle of it carries a message. You are part of something vast and kind. If you listen, you can almost hear that message, like a whisper carried on the wind of the cosmos. It tells you that everything you've ever known, every joy, every sorrow, every quiet breath, is written into the universe itself. You are not separate from it. You are the echo of its first heartbeat, still moving through time. The galaxy turns slowly before you, its spiral arms flowing outward like streams of light in a cosmic river. Nebulae glow faintly in the distance, clouds of gas and dust, the raw material of future stars. In those glowing swirls, new worlds will form. Perhaps, one day, new lives will open their eyes beneath strange skies and wonder, as you do now, about the origins of everything. And they, too, will find peace in knowing that they are part of something greater. The longer you drift here, the more the idea of time begins to fade. Seconds become meaningless. There are no days, no years, only the eternal unfolding of now. The universe has always been this way, not rushing, not waiting, but simply being. And that is its secret, the secret of peace. It is not found in control, nor in stillness forced upon the world. It is found in surrender, in the quiet acceptance that all things come and go in their own rhythm. Stars live, burn and fade. Galaxies meet, merge and transform. Even light itself eventually rests. You, too, are allowed to rest. You do not need to hold the universe together. You only need to remember that you are already held by it. Now imagine drifting deeper into Andromeda's light. It surrounds you, wrapping you in soft waves of blue and silver. Each wave is made of starlight that has crossed unimaginable distances just to reach this moment. It touches your face like a gentle breeze, carries through your thoughts like a lullaby. Your breath begins to slow, your heartbeat steadies, in rhythm with the galaxy's slow turning. Somewhere behind you, the Milky Way glows faintly. Your home, your beginning. Somewhere ahead, endless space awaits your continuation, your return. Between them, you float, not belonging to one or the other, but to both. A bridge of consciousness between what was and what will be. And in this in-between, everything is peaceful. The stars no longer feel distant. They feel close, as if they're watching over you, each one a guardian of dreams. You realize that perhaps dreams themselves are fragments of starlight, memories of the universe flickering within the human mind. When you dream, you don't escape reality, you reconnect with it. You return to where you came from. Now, let yourself sink deeper into that thought, not as a concept, but as a feeling. The feeling of being small but infinite, of belonging completely, without question, without condition. Somewhere, light years away, a newborn star flares into existence. Its light expands, filling the void with new promise. That same energy hums softly within you, the potential for creation, for renewal, for peace. It has always been there. You can feel it now, the gentle merging of galaxies, the slow dance of eternity. It moves through your mind like a tide, washing away the weight of thought. Each breath carries you deeper into silence. Each heartbeat echoes the pulse of the cosmos. And in that silence, the only thing that remains is light. There is no boundary now between you and the galaxy. No beginning, no end. You are a point of awareness, floating in an endless sea of being. You are the universe resting within itself. You are the calm at the center of every storm, the silence between every sound, the light that dreams itself into form. Andromeda continues to turn, not fast, not slow, just forever. Its spiral arms drift through the velvet dark, carrying the stories of 1,000,000,000,000 suns. And as you watch, your awareness begins to blur at the edges, not fading, but expanding. You can feel yourself dissolving gently into that same rhythm, becoming the light, the dust, the space between. If a thought arises, let it pass like a comet across your inner sky. If a memory drifts by, let it shine and fade, leaving only warmth. There is no need to hold on to anything. The universe remembers everything for you. You are safe. You are timeless. You are home. Now breathe one last conscious breath, deep, slow, soft. Let it fill you with starlight. Exhale and feel yourself falling into rest. Not downward, but inward, into that vast, calm space where galaxies drift and dreams begin. Somewhere, Andromeda still glows, a silent beacon in the darkness, a mirror of all that is peaceful and eternal. Its light will continue to travel across the cosmos long after this moment ends. But tonight, that light is yours. It has found you. And in its glow, the universe finally closes its eyes. Sleep now, among the stars, within the stars, as one of them. Forever turning, forever dreaming in calm, infinite light.